Yeah, Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. Hey. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card bar. Wild card bar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mar. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I know. My bad. I apologize. Late start to the show, but it's for good reasons. Cause, hey man, I had to pick up some bodies. I had to pick up, ride the bus around. I was like, I need a passenger with your boy, and none other than 613 Faye Productions, D Man Cave Sports Podcast, very own Double J Jae Jones is in the building. What's happening, shorty?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, I ain't got no jersey reveal for y'all right now. I mean, I can give y'all a jersey, but you know what I'm saying, man? Shout out MJ, man. Hey,
yeah,
bro.
Shout out MJ. But no, always a pleasure to have my guy Double J here. But y'all know what it is. Make sure you tap in with my guy 40 Water. My man cheering already.
Yes,
y'all know what
sir.
it is. Hey, man, we appreciate everybody tap in with us. Y'all know what it is. I'm Wild Card Mar. Of course, we got the guest host tonight, Double J Jae Jones in the building. It's episode 328. And yes, we got some things to talk about. We're going to kind of pretty much, riff this joint. We're going to we're going to like make sure this joint real organic, like, you feel me? But hey, all the social media is on the bottom of the screen right there. You can follow us any and everywhere. But hey, man, we just going to get into it because me and Double J obviously do D-Man Cave Sports Podcast. We recorded Thursday night, so not too long ago. We just finished up that episode. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with it. Yo, that joint is a banger. But I do got to say this. One topic that we did not get to, and it's probably good because we would have spent a good amount of time on it, is because, I know the NBA season is done and everything, but there's some people that's already talking kind of reckless already. I mean, they bugging. And you know what? I just got to play it. Y'all hear what the hell we going to talk about. All right?
I don't care how you say it. Like, it was a reason the Denver Nuggets won a championship.
I just played them in the playoffs, bro. They was telling us our plays. They were like, all right, yo, they weren't even talking. Ball right to an area, and the person was just randomly right there. I'm like, how is this possible? But they also what's one of the things that, like, you see, it was more special what we did in Minnesota, because we had like a month, and then we had training camp, and it was like, you better figure it all out right now. And we really figured it out quick. Think about it. They had what? Jokic been in the league
4 years.
If you think about it, 4 years, we got it done in 4 months.
Right. I don't care how you say it. Like, it was a reason the Denver Nuggets won.
Hold on.
Hey, bruh.
Hey, Jay. Did this dude compare after they got Pat Beverly in the trade deadline a couple of years ago and what they did in a first or second round exit? Comparing,
I don't know what he was comparing, man. I was hoping he wasn't comparing it. I don't know what the hell he was talking about, because they was talking about the Denver Nuggets. Then he got to talking about what they did in Minnesota and how they had 4 months and I don't know what Cat was talking about.
What did it? What was so special about getting bumped out so quick early in the playoffs? And just because y'all made it to the playoffs because after a trade, that's impressive? No, that was the point of that trade for y'all to get to the playoffs. Y'all accomplished that. So what's the problem?
To be honest, you underachieved if you ask me, because what you gave up for Rudy Gobert and you could have got there without him.
That's a true statement, bro.
Y'all got there last year. Y'all actually got to the first round and played Memphis last year without Rudy Gobert. So what makes this year so much special? Because y'all got into a fight at the end of the year? Like, I don't know. Because what's my man's name? Jalen Daniels? Because he punched the fucking wall and broke his hand.
I'm just... Look, I get it. Pat Bev and Karl Anthony Towns, they're gonna say, shit like that. But I'm just confused on what exactly did they win though? Like what exactly are you you're literally comparing that to what the Nuggets just did? I mean, you guys, you didn't go
compares to winning a championship. Like, you can't compare any experience. If you didn't win a championship, nothing else in that season can compare to that.
Hey, hold on, Jay. It makes it worse. They got bumped out in the first round
in 5 games. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it ain't like y'all took them 7. Y'all got bumped around in 5 rounds.
Bro, what are we talking about?
Hey, man.
All right, look. Okay, look. Me and Jay even had this conversation early in the day. It's okay with having confidence and belief in what you and some teammates have done, accomplished, because, Pat Bear wasn't on the original roster. All right? But you talking about first round exit after coming to your team together after a trade deadline late in the season, compared to a winning NBA Finals team? That's what I'm confused on. Wait, I mean, I'm trying to give Cat the benefit of the doubt.
There's no such thing. Like, I'm gonna just be 100 with you, bro. Like, it's not like okay. Sacramento Kings, right? Like, I can understand them because they haven't made the playoffs in 17 years, right?
True.
They were 3rd in the West. They took Golden State to 7, right? So if De'Aaron Fox came out and was like, or any Sacramento Kings player came out and was like, yo, like, I think what we did was amazing, this, that, and the other, I would kind of say, okay, you know what? I can understand that. They didn't have that expectation for them, right?
Yeah.
But Minnesota went to the playoffs the year before.
They did.
They played Memphis. They came back in the offseason and traded 4 or 5 future first round picks for Rudy Gobert.
Bruh.
Went to the play-in game and got bounced in 5.
Bruh.
And you're comparing that to a championship team?
I don't know, bruh.
Come on, bro. What are
I don't know
we
what we
doing?
doing.
He sounds drunk. Somebody drug test him.
Drug test him ASAP. But hold on, Jay. Here's the kicker, doc. Here's the kicker. Here's the thing about having that comment in that situation being said in the same breath. Some deep downward in that podcast with him and Pat Bev, Carnegie Towns had the nerves to say this. And I get it. It's your opinion. Feel confident about yourself. No problem. But he said, when my time is up and I retire, there will be people that say I changed the game.
Lord Jesus.
I'm going to let you have it, dog. I need to
okay. I don't even know how to say this, man. What has Karl Anthony Towns done that no other modern day stretch 4 or 5 has done? What has he done? And I don't mean to say that like in a spiteful way, but I'm just saying, like,
but you asking a legitimate question. What has he done?
What has he done? He won a 3-point contest, right? He can shoot the 3 ball. Ooh. But when I see you in certain moments, everything that you said and everything that I've seen it don't match up. It just don't. So when you say these things, it just kind of makes me like, it's kind of like this. You may see yourself as a certain way, right? You might go up and be like, hey, I'm fly. I wear this, I wear that, and this, that, and the other. But other people look at you like, hey, this motherfucker can't dress. Mm-hmm. He got on this, he got on that. Like, you perceive yourself as a certain way, but others see you as a different way. And I think that's kind of how it is with Karl Anthony Towns. I think he's a great player.
I think he is too.
But I think when it comes
to changing the game,
I don't know. We can't discuss that, bro.
And this is why it's hard. This is why it's hard to actually have conversations like this. I mean, it's not actually hard to have the conversation, but hard to really, is this guy full of shit or is he just oblivious to his own self-awareness? So my thing is like, look, nothing wrong with being confident, being 100% belief in your abilities and what you can and can't be. But the thing is like, no, we've been waiting for Karl Anthony Towns to be that dude. And
in the playoffs, yes, in the playoffs, because I think people have a thing about, like, they glorify regular season, and then when it comes to the playoffs, we kind of like try to give people a pass. Like, we expect you to dominate or do great things in the regular season. Get to the playoffs and make a name. That's where you make your legacy, like, from the playoffs. And you haven't been out the first round at all.
Yeah. It's just tough, man, because I'm not trying to knock the young fella, but my thing is like, the big talk of obviously there's not so many centers that you think got a great game. And you don't have to beat out a lot of people. No. But the only problem is he's behind Jokic, he's behind Embiid. And that's just the fact of the matter is. And dog, even eliminate Jokic and Embiid for the MVP race. The next big man would be Giannis. And he's not even a 5 or a stretch 4. Well, no, he's more of a stretch 4, but he's not a 5 like Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns is a 5 who wants to be a stretch 4. And I think that's one of his biggest problems. Is like, bro, like you want to be what Jokic is in Denver, but my thing is you're not built for that. You don't. I don't think he's consistent enough like a Jokic is to facilitate, rebound, and score. I don't think he's consistent enough to do that.
I don't think he's consistent enough in the moment, in the moments that we need him to be. And it's not even offensive wise. When I watch a lot of playoff games with Karl Anthony Towns, when they need him the most, he picks up crazy fouls. He picks up dumb fouls. Mm-hmm. He's not on the floor, and he's not where his team needs him to be. Mm-hmm. And it's like it just puzzles me. It's like he'll have a big game, and then like the next game or two, like you'll be like, yo, I need Karl Anthony Towns. You got Anthony Edwards picking up the slack. So me personally, I don't think he's not even ahead of AD.
No, I would take AD over Karl Anthony Towns still. And that's crazy to say, because knowing that AD, you got to worry about his injury history. Yeah. And I would still take him over because he, you know, I mean, for those who watch the show, they know how I feel about the bubble championship, but he's a winner. And he was just in the Western Conference Finals. Big Cat can't even get out the
but you can't. But then you look at Karl Anthony Towns now. He's considered to be in his prime years, right?
Yeah.
If you look at AD when he was in those prime years with the Pelicans, he was a dog.
Yeah.
He was a dog. Like I get and I understand the injury issues, but he was a dog. And Karl Anthony Towns, I think at times he falls in love too much with the three, and he thinks he's a guard.
That's what it is.
And Minnesota be trying to give him the ball to create like he a guard, and that's not his strength.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that for sure.
I like Karl Anthony Towns. I just think you need postseason. I think you need more postseason success before you can talk about what you can be remembered as.
Jay, like I said, I have no problems with people being confident in yourself, but this dude's 27. He's 27, bro. If you ain't even, bro, you've been in the league long enough that you're not even the talk of the town. No pun intended. You're not even talk of the town, bro. Like, all right, so if anybody throws out a top 10 list of NBA players that you think are the best in the NBA right now, he probably don't crack maybe top 15, maybe.
He doesn't, but I think and I may be wrong, and I may be reaching.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when we think of Karl Anthony Towns, we think about what he did and what happened when Jimmy was there. I don't think Karl Anthony Towns plays with enough passion and fears. And like, I think as a big man, you got to be gritty. You got to be nasty. You got to be, you know what I'm saying? You can't be like that nice guy. You got to play with a certain chip on your shoulder. And I think when it comes, like, Karl Anthony Towns has not tapped into that. And he hasn't went to that level. Once he gets to that level, and I'm not saying he's to be a shit talker or anything like that, but he has to be dominant on both sides. And he has to be, you have to feel his presence, pause. I just feel like he hasn't, once he taps into that, I think he will reach a different level of success, and people around the league will take him a little bit more serious.
But damn, Jay, when is it coming?
I don't think it is, because the way this NBA is built off friendships.
The dude's been in the league since 2015. And my thing is like, yo, Minnesota made one of the dumbest moves in giving up all that draft capital to get Rudy Gobert just to satisfy you so you can get out of the 5 position and go play the 4. Rudy Gobert was brought in specifically to do all the dirty work on defense and rebounding, so he can open you up to be more offensive production wise. So you don't have to expel yourself for the defensive side. But my thing is like, bro, like you ain't there yet.
But like we mentioned on the Man Cave with Zion, I think we gotta start holding players accountable that this is who they are. Like you said, when is Cat gonna get there? He's probably not. Like, this is probably where the ceiling tops off.
I think he's at his peak.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it gets no better than this. I think this is what you get from Cat. This is who he is. And
so that makes that statement crazy as hell, and that just makes it look like he's hella confident in himself, but he's gonna have to do a lot to change people's minds. He on that sauce star.
He on that water, yeah. He on that water bottle. And they say, "Good Lordy, water, you must be off that water bottle."
Hey, he's still in Minnesota. They still got that Everclear probably still up there. That's probably what he on. He on that jungle juice or some shit on there. I don't know.
Hey, I don't know neither, man. But until he can, first you got to get out the playoffs, the first round, and even if you don't get out the playoffs, we got to be like, okay, we know it's not Cat. Like, you got to. It's certain things as a player, like as fans, we watch for a long time. One of my favorite players, Tracy McGrady, couldn't get out the first round. That was one of his hugest knocks. But you know what a lot of people didn't say? Well, shit, it wasn't Tracy McGrady's fault, right? Because Tracy McGrady did everything he possibly could to get out the first round. He gave you triple doubles, 30, 10, whatever. He did everything possible. But with Cat, you be like, damn, this nigga Cat got in foul trouble. He ain't show up this game. He did it. Like, you give us speculation, and I think until Cat can kind of get out that first round and dominate, where we don't think that he is the issue, then we can kind of maybe get into that conversation. But like you said, they brought Rudy Gobert over there to do the dirty work. Like, you should be doing the dirty work.
And that's the crazy thing when you bring another dude in there that like Rudy Gobert to do all your dirty work. First of all, I still didn't understand that trade
at all.
At all. Well, first of all, I didn't understand how the hell he even got that max contract from Utah, and I'm still. Then you turn
a lot of questions, bruh. That's like saying, right? I can't please my girl, so I brought another dude or somebody to please my girl, bruh. Like, what are we talking about here, bruh? Why am I here, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Cat, man.
I can't.
You gotta chill with the people. Get a mic and camera and just say anything.
Anything, bruh. I just be like, yo, what are we doing? Like, come on, man. Like, I get it. Everybody wants a podcast now. I get it. It's a fad. It's cool. But no, man, we podcasting a busted over here. Like, this is something serious, bro. So it's like,
dang.
And this is
slow
what
down on the game. I gotta slow down.
I gotta be honest. Like, when you see these sports guys that already have a huge platform, it's easy for them to get clicks and views on their podcast. I get it. But to me, it's a slap in the face because y'all just be saying any and every damn thing just for y'all clicks and bacon. I'm like, yo, man, y'all are really taking away from the people that's out here grinding. And y'all just say some dumb shit. But thank you at least for giving us material to talk about how dumb shit y'all be saying. But I mean, it just be annoying sometimes, man, because I just don't understand it.
But it's like y'all don't need the clicks and the likes and the views, like, because y'all already have a following.
Yeah, you already got.
And I get it. Yeah, and I get it. Like, y'all have personal insight, and so y'all may say some things that we as fans might not know, and we may as fans may not agree to at times. But when y'all say some crazy shit like this, when we literally see what you are doing and hear what you're saying, and we compare the two, what are we talking about?
Yeah, Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I mean, obviously, nah, I don't even. And I danced on the rock with Pat Bear with those crazy ass. But, Double J has always been very supportive of what I do over here at I.O.W. Sports. And you have heard me ad nauseatum amount speak about NIL money and SEC stuff and things like that. And so I just want to point out something. So the SEC released their 2024 schedule and realized that I said 2024. And because that's when official Texas and Oklahoma will be part of the big monster that is the SEC. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it funny because look at some of the schedule. So this is what they got for 2024. They're already releasing this. So you got Georgia going to Alabama. Obviously, that speaks for itself.
Right.
You got Texas A&M for those who watch college football. Big time rivalry.
Big rivalry.
Texas A&M. Tennessee going to Oklahoma. So Josh Heupel, who's the coach at Tennessee, used to play for Oklahoma, won a national championship there. So, hey, there's some juiciness right there. Oklahoma versus Missouri, former Big 12 foes. They used to battle in the Big 12, reunite in the SEC, their rivalry. You got Georgia, Texas A&M. Obviously, Kirby Smart been recruiting the hell, got back-to-back national championships. You look at your coach for Texas A&M, your boy, what's his name? I didn't forget. It's Jimbo Fisher. Hey, he can recruit his ass off. Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, LSU, which is always two major football programs. And so I'm looking at all this, and the reason why I bring it up is because my thing is that these cats are already releasing a schedule, and they already got a regular season and a postseason that needs to come before that. And so follow me where I'm going with this, folks. What I'm saying is they're trying to already get you to be the fish that takes the hook already. And we're in 2023, and they still got a season to play before that. And if anybody saw last night's show, I broke it down. How much money did these cats are getting made? These universities are making hella bread.
They getting money.
Jay, I did the top 6, and that was already at $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Just the top 6 schools was already past $1 billion. And if you add up the top 25, it's probably adds up to damn near between 10 to 15 billion of the top 25 teams that got the money that's bringing in. And so I didn't even get to it's so many damn colleges out here making this money, but I'm looking at SEC literally dropping their schedule for not this season, but the next one when they get Oklahoma and Texas to go ahead and say, hey, go ahead and decide when you want to spend your money on us. That's what they're telling me. I don't know if you got that, but I've never seen nobody drop a full schedule of games and get you guys excited for a season that has to even wait after another season. I've never seen that.
I've never seen it either. And it sounds like the script has been written.
Bruh.
But I will say this though. With all the changes within conferences and things of that of college football, they seem to have, the SEC at least has seemed to keep the rivalries intact, right?
True.
So they want to keep those rivalries intact, which I think is important. But it is crazy that they're already creating, or they've created that schedule for a season when the season before hasn't even been played. Like, we ain't even at the beginning of the college football season yet. Like, it's still OTAs and trainings and stuff like that. Like, so to come out with a 2024 season, they got some type of plan, they got some type of agenda, and they, that's what it seems like to me.
Hey,
they got things in motion. Like they want to capitalize as much as possible.
Hey, it's smart.
I'm not mad at it. It's definitely smart.
And I'm not mad at this part, Jay. I'm just mad at the fact that you got coaches like Nick Saban, Kirby Smart always speaking about, making money, about the players wise. But I'm saying, like, your conference is deliberately releasing a schedule to get people excited to spend more money.
Yeah, well, we know when they speak about them NIL deals, they on some sucker shit. Like, and I don't mean that, no pun intended. And I say that because we saw a lot of schools made 250 million, right, on profit.
Athletic.
Yeah. And coaches are getting, I think Nick Saban is getting, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not accurate. He's like
almost
13
million. Yeah, he's almost more, and that's not including, from what I believe, is not including the endorsement deals that he's gotten.
Right. And so you telling me a kid who may not come from a great financial background, you telling me they can't get $2 million to just for the basic necessities for food and for clothing and things like that? Because we got to remember, these college athletes college football or college sports created this issue because they would not allow student athletes to receive funds from family and friends.
Yeah,
you couldn't, and if you did, you would get penalized.
Yeah.
And so just because I have free room and board doesn't mean that takes care of my clothes, that take care of my food and things of that nature. So long story short, I think it's crazy when coaches and people talk about NIL deals. Unless players becoming disrespectful to coaches, then we can talk about it.
True.
And I know that's a different subject, but yes, it's wild that they have created a schedule and they're definitely trying to bait you and get you in and tune you in. That's what they're doing. They got a jump start, and that's the plan. And guess what? People gonna watch.
They gonna watch it.
They gonna watch it.
And it's SEC. SEC, look, SEC is going to be
NFL.
They're going to be they're going to be at the forefront of everything. I should say forefront of anything that's going to transcend anything in college football. They'll probably be the leading pack of it. I mean, they make the most money. Big Ten is right behind them. And then after that, it's pretty much pick your poison on each conference. But SEC, look, it's a smart business plan. It's a smart way to get people to, hey, go ahead, take my money. Here it is. Here, take it. Yeah, they already saying, are they ready to swipe? They already ready to get travel plans ready. Where hotel we gonna stay? Places we gonna eat. They already getting all this shit planned out now because they know for a fact that they're going to go to these certain matchups for these certain games. And, it's like you said, baby NFL, because just like the NFL, you're starting to see in the college world where, hey, yeah, we'll let you make some money, but we're still going to cap you. We're still going to tell you what your value is. That sounds a lot like the NFL.
Yep. And
so
I mean,
we're definitely getting prepared for the NFL.
who's not going to want to see Georgia and Alabama?
True.
Who's not going to want to see what? Isn't the young Manning kid down there in Texas?
Texas, yeah.
Who's not going to want to see that?
Texas and Ole Miss. See, Arch Manning take on Papa Manning's, Grandpa Manning's alma mater. They writing the headlines for this shit already. It's smart. It's a smart business deal, but it always brings me back full circle to the conversation of the NIL. If y'all go over here and want to sit here and just let these coaches make whatever type of money, we can't sit here and talk about trying to cap the players. At the end of the day, they are the product. I know a lot of people in Alabama love Nick Saban. He could probably get away with anything. He could smack your chick. He could love her down and give her back, and you would be happy about it in Alabama. A lot of guys would probably feel that way. But the thing of the matter is that he's still a coach. You go to see the team win. You don't see there to go to, hey, I got to see Nick Saban. I never heard nobody say, I got to go see Nick Saban.
Yeah. And I mean, coaches come up with the game plan, but the players got to execute the game plan.
Execute. And at the end of the day, not only do they got to execute, you still got to hey, I hope I walk out this game. I hope I might win this game when the clock strikes 0. I hope I can walk out. Hope I got all my extremities in the right spot. I hope I ain't, I ain't got no issues with my mental. I hope I ain't got no concussion that can possibly lead to other issues down the road. I hope I ain't got. For me, these young men, especially in football, and I just don't want to make this about the football part, but because of the dangers that come with the sport, why are we trying to cap the compensation? Because my thing is luckily for Willis McGahee, after he had that horrific knee injury in the Fiesta Bowl trying to win a national championship, thank God he was able to have some good doctors to get him right so he can play football. But what if the situation didn't go that way? What if his career was taken from that knee injury? He would have been left with nothing.
Well, I think because they want to cap the money because it comes down to power, in my opinion. They don't want players to have more power than coaches or those in the front office. True. That's to me what it comes down to. So it's like if Mar, you're the coach and I'm the player and you're getting 11 mil and I'm getting 8 mil, well then if I don't agree with you, I may
get them gone.
Yeah, I may get you gone. I can have the team turn against you. So
that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I never looked at it that way. That's a fair point.
And I think that's why a lot of coaches feel threatened by NIL deals, because it's like everybody's not Nick Saban, everybody's not Debo, everybody's not Kirby Smart, right? So everybody may not be getting these high-end deals. But if I got a guy over here that's making bread off his name, it's kind of like what we see in the pros, right? Like if the player doesn't like you, if the player doesn't rock with you, James Harden and Doc Rivers, right? James Harden ain't really rock with Doc Rivers. So what happened? I mean, it might be more behind it, but he was able to contribute to possibly having him gone. And it's like that. It could be like that in college sports. And I think college sports doesn't want that. And I think they feel like it kind of messes up the integrity of the game to a degree, because it's like that power shift. Yeah. Now we're giving kids this power, and now they feel like they don't have to grind and do what it takes to get to the next level because they're being compensated at this level they're at now.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I never looked at it that way because if you look at the power dynamic, I'm pretty sure if you're getting a quarterback or a defensive end or a left tackle making more NIL money than what Nick is making in a year, I'm not listening to Nick Saban.
Yeah,
I don't care how great you are. It's like, hey, bro, I make more than you in a year. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Nick, you run some suicides, motherfucker.
I don't give a hell how old he is. I'm the one breadwinner around here.
Hey, Nick, get on the line.
For real. I mean, hey, to your point, that's a possibility. You can't rule that out. And that scares them. And I just hate the fact they try to use it as it's an unfair balance of recruiting. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You get people, literally, Nick Saban, you have literally people's first round starters as your third and fourth string. Like what are we talking about? I think especially him being the fourth, being at the forefront of all this NIL cap, put a buffer around it. I'm like, what if that messes with your recruiting? Because coincidence that at one point in time, Deion Sanders and Nick Saban was both on them Affleck commercials. I haven't seen Deion on them in a while. But guess who isn't crying about the NIL?
Yeah.
Deion's silence on the NILs, to me, speaks volumes because he understands on how the NIL is helping him. And he realizes that the NIL is just a situation where, hey, we'll take it as it comes when they want to regulate it, whatever. But until then, he's not against players getting their money.
No,
He's not against none of this. Saban's the one that's whining about it. Dabo Sweeney, you won the national championship. Why are you crying about it? Kirby Smart, you won 2 back-to-back. What you crying about it for?
Because they feel like it's going to affect their teams. And I think it kind of affected Alabama's team because they feel like, all right, I got my bread. I may not have to go 100%. I can cut it to 85, right? See, these older coaches, and that's part of the change, right? You got these Prime, maybe a little bit younger than Nick Saban.
He is, but Prime's an old school type of.
He's an old school dude, but he understands. He understands the new way of
where it is, though. Speak on it.
And so when you understand that, it's like, okay, I'm going to a school where the coach was at the high. He was one of the best athletes in that sport.
Yeah.
Right. He was flashy. He had money. You know what I'm saying? He understands it because he has kids that are in that same structure.
Yep.
So it's like he understands, like, everybody ain't coming from a great financial background.
Yeah.
Right? We hear all these other older veterans that we've watched as we grew up. They come back, oh man, I had to do this. I was eating oodles and noodles and I was doing this, doing that. These kids ain't gotta do that now. And the NCAA has made so much money off of other athletes. They've made a killing off these kids.
Yeah. They made a killing.
It's only right to give them even if they don't. Every college star may not succeed at the professional level.
True that.
So why can't they get a little compensation for their college success? Right? Why can't they? I'm not saying you pay them the world, but hey, man, if I'm making $212 million, you telling me I can't give Joe Smo $3 million?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, come on, man. So I just think, you battle just like a lot of things, even on your regular job, and you when you're progressing and you're going towards more technology or future things, you always have that old coworker that be like, I ain't doing that shit. I don't like that shit. You always got pushback from the older guy, right? And a lot of these college coaches are the older generation, so they don't understand this new way. They feel like they lose that power structure again.
They hate change.
So, yeah, they don't want to change.
They hate change, especially when the change ain't as gravy for them as it used to be. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, in Alabama right now, they haven't won in 2 years. This is unfamiliar territory for them.
True.
But what has changed in those 2 years? NIL deals.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
they get the talent. They got the talent.
Yeah, but I think he mad that down, man. My talent pool ain't as deep as it used to be. You be like, come on, bro. You still fielding like half of the first round. What are you talking about? But
see, everybody went to Alabama. It was kind of like Kentucky in the college basketball world. Like, everybody went to Alabama because if you had talent, you were probably guaranteed to be a first round pick.
Yeah.
And you probably was gonna win the chip.
Yeah.
Now, the Bulldogs had something to say.
Me and Jay was actually having a very interesting conversation earlier today too, and I'm gonna bring it up right now because I think it's a good time to have this little conversation as we drive on over to the baseball world of sports talk. And Jay happens to be a Braves fan, but he rocked with Shohei Ohtani, and I was like, okay, that's cool and all, but I don't know if I'm ready to fall so heavy over heels for me. I think what he's doing is nice. Hey, he takes over the home run lead tonight. Belts a huge home run tonight. Let me pull up the 443 foot bomb that he bombed tonight, and he takes a home run lead. And I thought it's cool. But only reason why I say it don't matter is because it's like we know what the Angels gonna do, man.
Angels going Angels. They gonna do what the Angels do.
We
will
know
not get a rebuttal. I will not argue that. They gonna do what the Angels do.
We know what they gonna do, and so right now they're third in the division, and I'll give them their credit. I'll give them their props. They hanging in here around. Before we get to All-Star break, they gonna try to make a little move, and I get it, but come on, man, how long we gonna keep falling for the same trap that everything that Ohtani does matters? Because I don't think it does. That team's gonna be trash with him. It's gonna be trash without him. I mean, I think he's a great ball player. I think he's dope. But come on, yeah.
But
bro, y'all was 73 and 89 last year.
That's true. But it ain't because of Ohtani they trash. And I think that's where that's where I kind of defend Ohtani, because it's not the fact like they're trash. Like I'm definitely not arguing that. But it's like he's not making like trying to force his way out. He's trying to play out his contract, and then once he gets to the free agent market, then I don't think he's returning. Now, if he returns back to LA, or Anaheim, then that's on him. But if he wants to win, he's got to leave out of there. But if you take if a team has the opportunity, I guarantee you, watch how many teams go after Ohtani, because he's that much of a difference maker.
You would be a fool not to. You'd be a fool not to. But my only knock against him is that he's been there since 2018. All right, and he's won 2 MVPs. All right, but he did those MVPs on like losing seasons. I just think when it comes to value, and when you put MVP in the word value, I have to look at that word and break it down and what does it mean? If he can't get his team, look, I understand baseball. You're dependent on 9 other guys. You're dependent on 9 guys. All right, you're dependent on 9 guys on the defense, and you're dependent on 9 guys individually to do their job on offense and bat right. And I get that. He can't control what the other 8 dudes do on the defensive side or the offensive side. But he's looked at one of these guys as to transcend those problems, and you're supposed to help us get over that hump. I saw Aaron Judge do that last year. And I'm not an Aaron Judge apologist or fan or rooter. I'm just looking at the thing of the matter is that Aaron Judge won the AL MVP because he literally carried that damn Yankees team to the finish line when everybody in their mama was getting hurt. Everybody in their mama was in and out of their lineup. And soon enough, he gets them and drags them, breaks all type of home run records, and he drags them to a playoff appearance. That's why he should have won MVP. But I'm just getting fed up with Major League Baseball as you keep trying to reward the most valuable award to a guy who is not valuable to his team. They're losing with him. They're losing without him.
But you compare that Yankees team to the Angels team. Aaron Judge got a little bit more help. Granted, we look for Mike Trout to be there, but Mike Trout basically misses 2 to 3 months damn near every year. And when you take Mike Trout away, because to be honest with you, Mike Trout was the superstar, right? Mike Trout was the superstar.
Yo, that's so wild. You can't even look at Mike Trout no more as a superstar on that team no more, bro.
Exactly. Why is that? Because you got a young kid from Japan that came and took the team by storm. Outside of that, they got Anthony Rendon, who ever since he's left the Nationals, he ain't lived up to that contract. Can you name another player on the Angels team?
I can't name you not another motherfucker.
Not a person. But you can name some players on that Yankee squad.
Touche.
So and don't get me wrong, like Aaron Judge obviously had a historical, phenomenal year last year. And I just think that when Ohtani, when he finally leaves and he's a winner, then we'll look at he's gonna convert you all to be like, okay, he's that guy.
I got you.
He's that guy. When he gets some help, I mean, we look at it in sports, right? Like you one person, bro. Like it's hard to win anything with one person. It's just unfortunate that he ended up with the Angels. But if you put Ohtani, with I don't know, the St. Louis Cardinals or the or any other, I don't want to say the Yankees or you put him on the Mets team or something like that. If you can't move forward, then that's when then you see that. But I think I don't try to hype Ohtani. I just like the fact that he can control both aspects of the game, and I get it. Aaron Judge has a huge bat. He's getting noticed for his defense a lot more. As he recently made a hell of a play when he fell into the defense. But when you have a player like Ohtani who can dominate pitching and he can hit, I just think that he's a little bit more valuable because he's controlling
on both
the game.
I got you.
On both sides. Like he's striking out the side of the order and then coming up and hitting a fucking RBI, driving in 3 runs. Like literally he's beating you.
Yeah.
By himself.
I'll say this. Here's my only kickback to all this. And it is phenomenal. It's dope to see. Here's my only drawback. If he gets injured, those are 2 holes you gotta fill. You gotta fill a bat and you gotta fill an arm. That's my only knock with what is Ohtani doing is that he has to show that he can stay durable as hell to keep this up for a long run. I don't think this is going to be a long run type of situation at some point, whatever team, even if he stays with the Angels, if he gets to another franchise, they're going to eventually have a conversation with him. Like, yo, bro, we don't want you to keep burning the candles at both ends. Like, focus on one, excel at it, and just be dominant at it. And maybe we'll think about putting you in in your other role too every now and then, but
But that's the thing. He wants to play both pitcher and hit. He doesn't want to sign anywhere that's gonna restrict him from pitching and hitting. Like that's the crazy thing about it. Like I know MJ is gonna come back and be like, bullshit, and he's gonna go on his rant and shit. But he's not I'm not saying he's the first player to do it. I'm just saying right now, he's the only player that's successful on both sides.
I feel you.
And he wants to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of players, they'd be like, all right, I'll just pitch or I'll just hit.
Yeah.
But he wants to do it, and he's successful at it.
I hear you, but at some point in time, man,
he's 30, and he's probably gonna have to hit out of his conditioning and whatever he do.
Yeah, because I think he
gotta make sure
28, 29 right now.
Yeah. But we know pitchers can pitch for a long time.
True.
But his bat, we gotta see how that holds up. Because if his bat production goes down, then you might have to have that conversation. Like, yo, bro, like, okay, your shit you lagging.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to either be a hitter or we need you to be a pitcher.
Yeah, because I it's just and like I said, I don't want to even sound anything like I'm saying as I'm an Ohtani hater because I'm not. I just sometimes when you like I understand individual success, and I understand the difference between individual success and team success. I 100% get that. It's just that it's cool to give love to an individual success, but maybe it's just me in my mind and in my thought process, as in, but did it make your team better? Did it bring team success? And so
No.
so if it's not bringing team success, then how impactful is it? You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I agree, because when you think of MVP, you think of the team success.
Yeah.
Like MVPs, like, I mean, you look at your boy in Kansas City, Pat Mahomes. He won MVP. You guys went to the playoffs, won the Super Bowl. Even in the NBA, Joel Embiid won MVP. His team went to the play. Like, you're winning MVP, and you're not even getting to the playoffs. So
Yeah.
how are you an MVP if you're not taking your team to the next level?
Yeah.
No, I completely understand that. But I think on the back end, his numbers were so good statistic wise.
True.
It's like, yo,
Like, it's kind of hard to ignore it.
shit. Like,
I
yeah,
might-
like,
I
okay,
agree.
he played for a shitty team, but like his numbers are kind of like,
They're
you
like,
know,
whoa.
so it's
Whoa.
yeah, so you know, it's kind of like one of those treading on thin ice kind of situations. But nah, I agree with you though, man. Like, when you think of MVP, you think of team success, and he won it, and they damn sure ain't had that.
And I know people probably saw my rant about the other day of Jokic. I like Jokic, but when nobody talking about him being an all-time great till he won a championship. I'm talking about
He ain't
from
good.
I'm talking about from podcasts to all the way to damn FS1, ESPN. Oh, I ain't never heard not one person say, "Oh, hey, Jokic is all-time great." He's been putting up crazy numbers. So all of a sudden he's an
Yeah.
all-time great now that he wins the championship. I'm like, where did this come from? And it's
You
just
know what it
weird.
came from? It comes from because in mainstream sports media,
Mhm.
it's dead.
Yeah.
So they have to create headlines and narratives
To talk about something.
to talk about, man. So that's why that shit comes about, man.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I will say this about Ohtani though. It would be nice for him to see him in the playoffs, not only because it would be nice to see him play on the big stage, but just it benefits Major League Baseball. You get that whole Japanese clientele and viewership watching 7-game series for three series in a row and the World Series on the line. Man, that's how you get into contention of competing with NBA. You ain't gonna get close to the NFL. Don't even think about that. But that's how you close that gap between you and the NBA. That's how you get people to watch your product, and because I think Ohtani can have the Jokic effect on the Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Major League Baseball, I mean, just like the NBA, they're both sports that are both played internationally. But as in to get into the popularity of the American product of Major League Baseball, just like how the NBA is getting that international love to the American product of NBA basketball, MLB got to do the same thing. And Ohtani, to me, is your lightning rod to do it. So maximize on it, get it. I understand it, but for the most part, let's keep it real on when it comes to this MVP talks and things like that, and be like,
well, this year, well, I don't know about the AO side, but we know who gonna get it on the NL side.
God.
You know who gonna get it on the NL side.
Hey, I'm glad you brought it up because we did say on the preview show with me, you, and G. Shout out to G Money. He was like, and Mike T was there. He was like, yo, I didn't want to say it. It seemed like a homer, but and I agree with you. But the fact of the matter is he's staying healthy.
Yeah, that's
go ahead, knock on that wood. He's staying healthy. Yeah, he's staying
hell yeah.
And I love to see it though.
But yeah, nah, I think I love Acuna Jr. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, I'm a Braves fan, so Acuna Jr. is balling out. But to your point though, I think Ohtani can be that face of baseball when you move him out of that market. When you put him in a winning market,
that market's trash.
I think I hate to say it, but I think it's a possibility he might be
in New York, bro.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be with the Mets.
Or the
Yankees. And so when you, I think either or. But I think when you put him there, you're definitely he's gonna be the face of baseball. You got so many other international stars who can help promote it. You got, we just mentioned Acuna Jr. We just talked about Ellie De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis. You got Juan Soto. You got so many international stars that could promote the game. True. He would definitely be that guy if you put him in a bigger market. And I mean, who wouldn't want to see that, man? That'd be hella dope.
Hey,
so we can strike his ass out and get another chip.
It'd be a win-win situation, dog.
Yeah, I like that motherfucker till he play my squad.
Hey, facts, dog. Hey, but man, it's been an hour, man. We're gonna shut the door on this joint right here. Make sure y'all tap in with me, Double J, Mike T, G Money, every Saturday, Sports Saturday, 613 Saturday, 613 Faye Productions. Tap in with us over there on the YouTube channel. It starts with The Man Cave Sports Podcast, followed by Sucker-ish by yours truly right there, Double J Jae Jones. You got the Hollywood Rant with the one and only Hollywood Mike T. Then, of course, I follow it with that wow. Now,
hey.
I'll be dropping them wild stats. And then, of course, closing up the rear, G Money with G Money Bets. So tap in with him. He be having some great betting tips to get some money in your pocket. Make sure you tap in with him. Follow his Twitter page, G Money Sports Cave, and follow his bets. He gives you the snippet earlier in the day, and then we give y'all the full production late in the day. Hey, full Sports Saturday, like I said, 613. Double J, bruh, man, tell them where the peoples could find you at, my guy.
Hey man, y'all see underneath my name, y'all can find me on Twitter, man. I'm heavy on Twitter, J Jones or Poppin' Fresh 25 to be specific, on Twitter, but J Jones on all 4 social media platforms. Me and Mark got a Weekend Spaces. Y'all make sure y'all check that out on Saturdays and Sundays. You can also find me in The Man Cave Sports group on Facebook. Make sure y'all check us out, man. I'm always up to collab. I appreciate being here tonight. MJ, look forward to seeing that jersey reveal when you come back. But I appreciate it, man.
No doubt. As always, you can find me Twitter, KC Wildcard Mar on the Facebook and the Instagram. And of course, please go like, share, subscribe, and follow all the I.O.W sports content. Twitter, I.O.W Sports 1. Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, the YouTube channel, I.O.W Sports Network. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Let's Talk Sports. Shout out to Sideline Sports. Hey. All the collaborations we do with them. But, hey, I'm the Wild Card Mar. That's my POB brother right there. That's
podcast the best.
You heard what he said. Hey, man, we got to roll up out of here. Make sure y'all have a happy, safe weekend. But, Jay, tell them what's up, man. We got to...
Shut the door on y'all asses, you dig?
Have a great weekend, y'all. Peace and love.
Yeah. Come on. Silent Hill TV, yes.